got going on
Hey, what's up,
today,
you guys?
man?
Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music. Thanks for hanging out and supporting
Marty
the channel
Schwartz,
right
one
here.
of my
I'm going to do
favorite,
another
YouTubers.
video based on what I wish I learned my first year of
definitely
guitar playing
subscribe to
but
his
didn't.
channel.
And this
Been
one has to do
subscribed for a
with
long
basic
time.
chord theory. I think it's going to help you.
See, this
also,
is,
I have a
what I wish I
whole
knew my
course
first year of
called Marty
guitar.
Uncaged, which is kind of like the evolution of what I'm about to teach you. And I have a link for it in the first comment and in the info box.
I don't know if I never watched this video, so this is kind of I don't know what he's going to talk about, but I wonder if some of the same concepts that he learned later on that he wish he knew is compared to what I learned and what I wish I knew are the same. But we're going to find out. Let's see.
A real basic concept, but there's a deep
so this
rabbit hole that you can dive down.
This is guitar theory stuff, so I mean, it may go over some of y'all heads if you are new to playing guitar, but maybe not. I don't know. I hadn't watched it, so let's see.
Dive down into. So this is kind of like a theory lesson, I guess you could say. So when I was a beginner, I knew a D chord, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I knew an E chord. And I just kind of thought of them as shapes. I didn't really think about theory behind it. I was just having fun strumming chords. If I took this D major chord, and forget about the open strings, just the fingers that are down, it's 3 notes. In fact, if I had the open, it's still just 3 notes because the D
that's
is
still,
right here on the B string.
That's still a D string.
As opposed to the open D. They're both in there repeating. So we're going to forget the open string. We're just the 3 notes of this D chord. What blew my mind is I learned that if you just scooted up a whole step, without learning a new shape, I'm now playing whatever the next letter up is in the musical alphabet. So if this is D major, I move it up a whole step, it's now E major.
Right. So if you don't understand what he's talking about, the letters go in order just like the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The 7 natural chords, 7 natural notes. So if you understandably know that the next letter after D is what? E. And if you were to slide that chord up one whole step, you are now playing a E chord, you know. So yeah, that is definitely an eye opener if you're a beginner guitar player and you didn't understand the concept of the 7 natural notes and you know how you can just slide one chord structure up the neck and go to a completely different chord, but keep that same chord structure. So yeah, that's definitely an eye opener if you don't understand that.
And watch, if I hit an open E in there, you'll hear how they match up. Open D. That continues. This is D major. Up a whole step is E major. Half step to F, because E and F in music, on any instrument, E to F is only a half step. So half step to F, now I have F major. So these 3 notes are the same repeating 3 notes right here of this F. They're just in a different register, but it's still the same notes. So that's D, E, half step to F, whole step to G.
I think one thing to note that the most familiar chord structure that people use in that way would be a power chord. So if I'm playing an F and I slide that up one whole step, I'm now playing a G. And the same thing again, if I slide it up one more time, I'm playing an A. So the most familiar chord structure that is used in this type of way would be a power chord.
Whole step to A. Same 3 notes. Higher register, but the same 3. Whole step to B. B to C is a half step, so half step to C. Whole step to D again. D, E, F, G, A. Now this comes in handy. Like I said, it's going to start to open your mind about the actual theory behind this stuff. But a great example of where this happens is Over the Hills and Far Away by Led Zeppelin. There's a part. So if I kind of
That is a great example. That is a great example.
deconstructed what that was by climbing up, I'd realize that this is G up to A.
Let's see what else you got in the video. I'm going to skip forward a little bit.
So that means if I moved up D minor, whole step would be E minor, half step would be F minor, whole step would be G minor.
Okay, so he basically
Whole step would
just
be A
taking different chords and sliding them up and down the neck and showing you how they can be used in different positions to
Whole step would be B minor. Let's see
basically
if these three
create
notes
a different
sound
chord
like match up with the B minor
sound,
that we know
but
down
keeping
here.
the same chord structure.
Hint, they do.
I think another thing to note is it took me, when I first started playing guitar, a while to really realize that you can play the same chord but in a different chord structure way, you know, like he's doing right here. He's switching between a power chord structure to another chord structure, but it's the same chord sound, you know. So for example, if you're a beginner guitar player, you start out a lot of times playing up here on the neck, in the first, what I call the first position. Most musicians call this the first position. So if I'm playing an E chord in the first position, like that, I could easily play that same chord down here. Or way up here. Or here. Or here. Those are just different ways to play the same chord in different octaves.
All right. Now, the other thing is it does work with every chord shape you know. In fact, if you pretended that you had to press your finger down on this nut to get the open strings, and I wanted to play an E major chord, I would have to voice it this way with these fingers. And you'd see that that concept is the basic bar chord concept. So E major,
Okay, so he's
half
basically
step,
about to
because E
cover
to
what
F
I
is the
just
half
said
step.
on
So
that.
F major.
Like I said, I hadn't watched this video.
F
This
to
is
G
kind
is
of
a
like
whole
a
step.
blind
That's
reaction
G.
to this, actually.
See
So,
if it matches up with this G.
um,
They do. Whole step up to A. G's the last in the musical alphabet before it starts over at A. Whole step to B. Half step to C. Because B to C is always a half step. D. Back up to E.
so I think the most important thing that I've got from this video,
You know?
that I would pass along to another person would be to understand that the music goes in a chromatic order from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So from A to G. Just understand that you got 7 natural notes, 7 natural chords, and everything from those 7 chords or those 7 notes are just variations of the same thing. So that's what I got. Anyway, this is Marty Schwartz, Marty Music. He got a great channel, great guy, great guitar teacher. I've been subscribed to him for years. Go out there and check him out, man. He got some good stuff on his page, on his channel. And, subscribe to my channel too, you know what I'm saying? So I can do some more videos. I've been taking a lot of time away from my channel just to step up my equipment and stuff, like my mics and camera and all of that. I hadn't really invested a whole lot of money and time into the technical side of things But I took a break from YouTube to kind of get those things together and invest more into my channel. So I'm definitely going to be doing more videos, doing more reaction videos such as this, and more lessons and some covers and stuff every now and then. But anyway, y'all go out there and y'all have a good one. Peace.